StoryTimeBus!
Welcome, children, to the story of the Wooden Boy's Wish. Come gather round and make yourselves cozy. It's time to discover the incredible journey of Pinocchio. In a cozy workshop filled with wonderful wooden toys, old Geppetto carefully carves the final details on his newest creation, a little wooden puppet. Geppetto steps back to admire his work, his heart swelling with love. He has named the little puppet Pinocchio and wishes more than anything he could be real. That night, as Geppetto sleeps peacefully, a magical blue light fills the workshop. The beautiful blue fairy appears, her wand sparkling with stardust and magic. The blue fairy waves her golden wand over Pinocchio, and magical stardust swirls around him. Suddenly, the little wooden puppet begins to move and speak for the very first time. Pinocchio looks around in amazement, wiggling his wooden fingers and taking his first wobbling steps. Everything is new and wonderful to the little puppet come to life. The blue fairy smiles kindly and explains that to become a real boy, Pinocchio must prove himself brave, truthful, and unselfish. It will not be easy, but she believes in him. Just then, Jiminy Cricket hops forward from behind a wooden toy. The blue fairy smiles and appoints him as Pinocchio's official conscience to help guide him along the right path. When morning sunlight streams through the windows, Geppetto awakens to find his beloved Pinocchio moving and talking. His heart fills with the most incredible joy he has ever known. Geppetto lovingly prepares Pinocchio for his very first day of school, giving him books to carry and reminding him to be good and listen to his teacher. Pinocchio sets off down the cobblestone village street with his books, but is soon distracted by the sound of cheerful music and laughter echoing from somewhere nearby. Despite Jiminy Cricket's warnings to go to school, curious Pinocchio follows the music and discovers a colorful puppet show where Stromboli the puppeteer performs with marionettes on strings. Sharp-eyed Stromboli notices that Pinocchio is a puppet who walks without strings. His eyes light up with greed as he invites the wooden boy to join his traveling show. Pinocchio eagerly agrees and performs on stage, dancing and singing for the delighted audience. But when the show ends, he discovers Stromboli has locked him in a wooden cage. The blue fairy appears in glowing light to help. When she asks why he didn't go to school, Pinocchio tells lies to avoid trouble, and his wooden nose begins to grow longer. Pinocchio promises sincerely to always be truthful from now on. His nose shrinks back to its normal size, and the kind blue fairy uses her magic to free him from the cage. On his way home, Pinocchio meets the sly fox and sneaky cat. These two tricksters tell him exciting stories about a magical field of miracles where money grows on trees. The smooth-talking fox and cat convince innocent Pinocchio to bury his few gold coins in their special field, promising that a magnificent money tree will grow by morning. The next morning, eager Pinocchio returns to find just an empty hole where his coins were buried. No money tree grows there, only the sad realization that he's been fooled again. Feeling ashamed of his foolishness, Pinocchio starts walking home slowly. But then he meets a friendly coachman who invites him to the wonderful Pleasure Island where children play all day long. Despite Jiminy Cricket's loud protests, Pinocchio climbs aboard the coach with other excited boys. Among them is Lampwick, a particularly mischievous boy who becomes Pinocchio's new friend. They arrive at Amazing Pleasure Island, a place filled with carnival games, unlimited candy, and endless fun. Best of all, there are no rules and no adults to tell them what to do. Pinocchio and Lampwick spend wonderful days playing games, eating mountains of sweets, and even breaking things without anyone scolding them. It seems like the most perfect place in the world. But then something terrible begins happening. Lampwick starts growing long donkey ears and a swishing tail. The island's evil magic is turning all the bad children into donkeys. Pinocchio gasps as he feels his own ears growing longer and realizes he too is turning into a donkey. Panicking, he runs desperately through the carnival, searching for a way to escape the island. Brave little Jiminy Cricket finds Pinocchio and helps him dive into the ocean to escape the cursed island. Just in time, the transformation magic begins to reverse as they swim away. They swim to shore and hurry home to Geppetto's workshop, but find it strangely empty and dark. Where could dear Geppetto have gone in their absence? A white dove flies to the window with terrible news. Geppetto went to sea searching for his lost son and was swallowed by Monstro, the giant whale. Without a moment's hesitation, brave Pinocchio races to the ocean and dives deep into the dark waters, determined to find and rescue his beloved father from the terrible whale. Inside Monstro's dark belly, Pinocchio joyfully finds Geppetto. They escape by making the whale sneeze with a fire, but in the rough waters, brave Pinocchio drowns while saving his father's life. But the blue fairy, singing Pinocchio's brave and selfless love, appears one final time. She grants his greatest wish, using her magic to transform him into a real boy, alive and whole at last. Thank you for watching today's story. Remember to like, subscribe, and join us next time on the Storytime Bus for another magical adventure.